Speaking of prices, on October the 1st, a federal program for foreclosure relief will go into effect. The program requires lenders to write down the value of distressed homes to 90% of market value. The goal is to help borrowers refinance. Of course, it puts an awful lot of pressure on the appraisal business. They're the people who put a dollar value on a house. Joining us again now is an appraiser who has been on the firing line for some time, Joe Milkus of Milkus Realty Valuation. Joe, you were with me 4 or 5 months ago and you outlined how your appraisal business had been under pressure from the lenders, the banks. When prices were going up, you were under pressure to appraise houses higher in value. What's the pressure like now? What are you being pressured to say about values now?
Well, nice to be with you again, Stuart. In some cases, there's still pressure on coming up with high values on appraising property higher than it's worth. There's people trying to get out of one loan and move into another loan, and they need a certain value in order to do it. In other cases, some lenders are trying to lower the value of the property so they can sell it. What we're seeing in many cases, they're not using appraisers for that, for the foreclosures. They're getting broker opinion of value. The same parties are selling the property or putting values on it prior to being put on the market.
So in that instance, when it's a foreclosed home, what's the pressure to really take the value way down, or what?
Yes, in some cases to dump the value and move the inventory out. As opposed to it being an orderly sale, they're anxious to move it out quickly. And in some cases, they don't want to spend the money on having appraisals done or having an independent party value the property. They'll turn it over to a broker to do that.
Now, most appraisers in this country work for relatively small firms. There are not many big national appraisal chains, which makes me think that a small firm is not in a position to resist that kind of pressure from a powerful bank lender.
That's definitely correct. You know, we had discussed that before, that most of the businesses are mom and pop size, and most of the clientele are very large institutions. And although we all try to be honest and we try to follow the rules, sometimes it's difficult because appraisers have mortgages to pay too. In other cases, you have some that are not doing what they should do and not following the rules, like in any profession.
In your part of Texas, where you're doing appraisals, looked at objectively from your professional standpoint, what kind of price reduction have we seen in the value of single-family homes?
You know, I would think in Dallas, around the Dallas metro market, it hasn't been hit nearly as bad as California. We didn't have the price run-up that was in California. There's always been an ample supply of property that's caused prices not to run up. If I were to make a guess globally, maybe in the order of 5 to 10% generally. Some markets you may not have seen much of any depression. Others you may see more than that. And in some cases, people are pricing their houses when they're trying to sell them above market. They're not willing to lower it to where the market may be, which could be 10 or 15% below in some instances.
Okay, Joe Milkus, always on the ball for us, and we thank you for coming back.